Attention please. This uploading is only for educational purpose. No intention to infringe copyrights. Learning English with subtitles. GPITRAL. Follow us.
What happened then? That's silly. Here, do you want to play with this? Oh my.
What are you doing?
Playing with my friends?
You're supposed to be in bed, young lady.
She's sitting there on her floor as if she was interacting with somebody.
It's a school night.
Laughing, giggling.
It's bedtime, not playtime. I don't want to hear another noise coming from up here, okay?
Okay.
Close your eyes, Isabel.
For the past few months, Stephen McDade, Taylor Jones, and their 5-year-old daughter Isabel have been living a peaceful life in their new Ohio home. Until Taylor's mother comes for a visit.
Come and show yourself. I command you.
Joyce likes to stir things up. If there are entities or energies or spirits, she instigates them.
But before Joyce can warn her daughter about what she saw, Taylor demands that she leave.
I want you out.
Soon after Joyce's departure, Isabel begins playing with an imaginary friend. At first, her parents aren't concerned.
I tried to brush it off as kids and their imaginations.
I really didn't worry too much about it.
Until Isabel's playmate appears in one of her drawings.
When we asked her about the picture, well, who's this right here? There's Isabel, there's Mommy, there's Daddy, and there's my friend.
Taylor and Stephen quickly realize that to Isabel, the little girl is very real.
Okay, then the wheels start turning. Who is she talking to? I was getting nervous. I was getting anxious.
It kind of threw me off. First thing that went to my head was, it seems like something out of a scary movie.
But unbeknownst to Taylor and Stephen, Isabel's ghostly friend has a dark secret. A second spirit lurks in the house, and he is terrifying. As the weeks pass, Isabel grows more and more anxious, refusing to enter her attic bedroom.
She was scared of something that was in the house. That's when I started getting a little concerned and worried.
Isabel was telling us that it felt like there was somebody behind her all the time. She didn't feel like she was alone.
It's okay.
She just didn't want to be up there. She did not want to be up there.
Isabel?
What we ended up finding out, I wouldn't have wanted to be up there either.
One weekend, Stephen goes out of town.
I was going out on a hunting trip, me and my father. I never liked leaving Taylor and Isabel by themselves. This time I was a little bit more worried with the stuff that was going on in the house.
I miss Steven when he leaves, you know, I was having a hard time sleeping. Luna was right next to me. All of a sudden, she started barking.
What is it, Luna?
She was locked on something.
What is it, Luna? What is it?
My initial reaction, I need to protect my child. There's somebody there. Every hair on my body was standing on end. I could sense there was something there.
Luna suddenly grows quiet.
When Luna kind of backed off, I was like, all right, whatever that was is gone.
Good girl. It's okay. It's okay, Luna. Good girl.
For the past few weeks, 5-year-old Isabel
Do you want to play with this?
has been passing the time with an imaginary playmate.
I didn't feel like it was something to worry about.
But is it just a pretend friend? Or could it be a ghost? One weekend, her dad goes on a hunting trip, leaving Isabel and her mom alone in the house.
What is it, Luna?
Taylor grabs one of the guns the family keeps in the house for protection.
Good girl. It's okay.
There was a man standing plain as day. I had my .38 in position ready to fire.
Then in an instant, he's gone. Taylor now feels certain her house is haunted.
I was so scared. I couldn't deny that there was a ghost in my house. People say, oh, you're crazy, that stuff doesn't exist. It exists. It is real. It is very real.
When Stephen comes home, Taylor tells him about her terrifying encounter.
All the doors were locked. There was nothing, and so I come back over here to Luna, and she will not go into the kitchen. She's staying here and refuses to go in.
You could just see it all over her face that something happened to her. She said that she's seen somebody at the door that was there but wasn't there. She was pretty shook up about it.
And when I turn around, there's just a guy standing there.
There's nothing that I could do. Nothing. If this is a ghost, I have no control. When am I gonna see something next? When am I gonna feel something next? There was a total feeling of helplessness.
Stephen tries to comfort Taylor, but he doesn't know what to do.
Taylor started to feel the presence around her all the time. And I know it scared her. I would just try to reassure her as much as I could.
Stephen is our protector, you know. He takes care of us girls and would never want us to feel unsafe. And at that point, I knew Stephen could not comfort those feelings.
Over the next few days, he attempts to carry on with everyday life, hoping these strange occurrences will stop on their own.
I've always believed in ghosts and spirits and stuff like that, but I'd always would try to debunk it. Don't put too much thought into it. Pay no attention to them, and maybe, hopefully, it would just go away.
But lately, he can't shake the feeling that he's being watched.
I was getting creepy feelings. And I happened to glance up. There was a guy standing up there in Isabel's bedroom. Got in the house, there's nobody there.
Like Taylor, Stephen is now convinced that the house is haunted.
I kind of knew right away that it wasn't a human. Yeah, I mean, what's a guy to do? A ghost or a spirit? I mean, you can't throw a punch at him and make him back off or anything like that. I kind of felt helpless. I didn't know what to do.
Stephen and I had a long talk, and we need to get somebody in here. And we need to do it fast before this escalates even more.
Desperate for help, Stephen and Taylor contact husband and wife paranormal investigators Patty and Lee Allen of Paravisions.
Taylor, she mentioned that her mother, Joyce, was doing some black magic here.
Black magic often employs spells or curses meant to inflict harm.
Black magic is not something to be toyed with. I thought it was a potential trigger.
Patty uses an EMF meter to look for fluctuations in electromagnetic energy. Lee has the psychic ability to sense paranormal activity.
I actually not just see, but I can actually feel what they're feeling, the spirit. Standing there, I felt overwhelmed.
Suddenly, Lee has a vision.
You know how when your hands fall asleep, that sensation, my whole body felt that way. As soon as I get that sensation, it's on.
All right, fellas, where we at? It's on you now. Yeah. Any up, gentlemen?
In the vision, 3 men are gambling at a table in the house when one of them grows increasingly frustrated.
Full house. Take it right.
He was sitting with these two guys. Something came upon him that he didn't like the way the guy was dealing the cards.
Money's all in.
You think you can get away with cheating me?
Hey, don't blame me, man. It's just not your lucky day. Oh, come on, man. What's going on? Come on.
He went a little ballistic.
Can you believe this guy? You just basically started here. Think something funny going on. This is just a joke out of time. Hey, what the hell? Oh my God.
It's not my lucky night, right?
No. Hey, what the hell? No.
And he wasn't gonna take it anymore. And he shot them.